56 is no age at all, but he crammed an awful lot in, didn't he?
He did, and there's a real sense of sadness and a real sense of loss, I think, because, I mean, I'm roughly the same age as him, and I kind of grew up with him in a way. My comedy education was formed, I think, by Rik Mayall, because I grew up in the 60s and 70s when comedy was really quite safe and comfortable, and you always knew what you were going to get. You know, it was a nice little family doing nice little things. And then the young ones came in the early 80s, and it changed everything. Nothing was ever the same again. And I think all of my contemporaries just feel a real sadness, a genuine sadness. I didn't know him, I never met him, but I still feel really sad today.
Not just your contemporaries, the generation that came after, which is me. I grew up in the 80s, and I remember the young ones, although I wasn't really allowed to watch it. But he was important, wasn't he? Because at the time, it was all considered alternative comedy. And him and the likes of Ben Elton, they were friends. They were pushing the boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was completely out. I mean, I remember watching the first episode of The Young Ones when it went out, because obviously I'm a lot older than you are. And it was so different. It was just not like anything we'd ever seen before or since. And it was that sense of anarchy, the sense that anything could happen. There was that real sort of almost dangerous unpredictability about it, which was so new and so refreshing.
Unpredictable, some would say crude, and also some of his other characters, people considered them that. But he wasn't always that way, was he? I mean, the film Drop Dead Fred is one that people of a younger age would remember.
Yeah, I mean, I have very little knowledge of Drop Dead Fred.
It was very good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a good film.
OK, well, I'll have to take your word for that then.
But he did branch out, and we saw him he was in Jonathan Creek just last year with a bit more sort of straight acting, if you like. He had a lot more to his bow than just making us laugh.
And he was recently in Man Down as well with Greg Davis, where he played his... I mean, it's a fantastic part. He was so good as this really ghastly dad, the world's worst dad, and it was such a wonderful performance, and it's so sad to think that's it now. It's over.
Let's have a quick snippet now of him in Blackadder, another all-time comedy classic.
It's me, Flash by name, Flash by nature.
Lord Flash art. Woof, is what he used to say. I mean, brilliant, so varied, and the fact that he appeared in so many of these comedy classics, Alison.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody remembers that. I mean, at the office this afternoon, even they were all really sad. Woof, you could hear that all over the place because it's a trademark.
Very